of the morning. Happy February 20th. I do want to give a shout out before we get the ball rolling today. Also want to give a shout out to Demian. Demian, something happened on a post that you created, I think it was yesterday or the day before, about the BART closures and the potential of BART closures, and that BART needs to come up with X amount of money. When I was looking at your comments versus some of your more recent content, you have tons of comments on there. And so like the comments are going up. And so that should be a really clear sign to you that people like that type of content. So lean heavily into that. Listen to what the consumers in your audience are saying and saying, you know what, I have an opportunity here. And so, D, I'm sure you recognize that, right?
Yeah, they're actually engaging with that one. So, yeah, that's cool. Yeah. But just as I posted it yesterday, I guess Gavin announced that the state is lending BART $500 million, which I'm not sure will help because it's a $400 million yearly deficit. But
yeah, so I think that's your follow-up video, right?
Yeah.
All right, if you saw my video yesterday, I talked about a $4 million deficiency for BART stations needing to close. Now this announcement just came up. Do a quick screenshot of that article from Gavin Newsom and share. You're like, hey guys, I'm gonna continue to keep you updated because this is my city. I wanna make sure that we're all aware of what's happening around us, work until it works. I think that's really good content for you, man.
Will do.
Awesome, bro. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started, you guys. Top of the morning, happy Friday. Hopefully you guys are feeling well, feeling alive. I'm gonna have somebody take us out of the field. And I got some really cool things for us prepared today. I spent some time just really unpacking this. We've done this before in the past, but we haven't done it like this. And so there's some new faces. It's going to be a little bit different. And so I'm excited to run this play today. Now, before we get started, as always, I always have somebody bring us out on the field, sets the tone, set the sentiment, and really gets the ball rolling. And that person right now is going to be blessing. It is you, my friend, because you know why? I personally just like to hear you talk. And I think it's very poetic when you deliver your words. And so I'm going to go over to you, my friend, and then have you take us out on the field. Not that I don't like everyone else talking. Okay, let's go, Blessing.
Well, happy Friday to you. What's interesting is that so this morning I was in the gym, and let me see if I can find it. Yeah. So I was listening to a video on dopamine detox and basically dopamine versus discipline. And it's very in line with everything that we talk about here, is that, that quick shot of dopamine wears off, but it truly is the discipline that becomes addictive when it aligns with who you want to be. And, we'll hear things said a different way and it lands. And today, while I was, I'm going to toot my own horn, I hit a personal highest of 160 pounds on the hip abductor. Was one of those moments where it's like, okay, this feels uncomfortable, but I know what I'm building towards. There's going to be those little shifts that we each make, whether it's professionally or personally, that align with that bigger kind of scarier version of ourselves that's just below the surface. So keep going. Whatever it is, just align with that, and things will shift very quickly and get really, really bright. So discipline is not the enemy, but the quote that I took note of was, hustle is an amazing distraction for your emotional pain. So what are you hustling from?
Wow, really, really good stuff. And I'm glad we do this in the moment. I'm glad it's very, very organic, because I always love when you guys share just raw, unfiltered, based on how you're thinking right now. So really, really powerful stuff. Always appreciate that. You guys, we've been talking a lot over the last 30 days. What has been something that we've been talking about quite a bit, and it's obviously relative to sales, but if you guys could kind of unpack that for people that are new to the call today, what has kind of been the theme over the past 3 to 4 weeks? Anyone take themselves off of mute? I would love to hear from you guys to share with somebody else. What's been the theme? Go ahead, G.
Bring the energy you're looking for. You got to bring the moment to yourself, right? We create it with our energy, our confidence, our leadership, the way we communicate, the way we pause. We try not to say, we try not to, take the moment and own it.
Man, I appreciate that. Anybody else have a vantage point of what we've been talking about over the course of the last 3 to 4 weeks? Anybody else have a contribution? Feel free to take yourself off.
Restoring the dignity and leadership of being a great salesperson.
Ooh, okay, my friend. I appreciate that, Joanne. And one more person. What do you guys got? Let's go to Nishant.
So salesperson is not a bad person, is what I'm learning. That's really, really important for my head. Also, like, you have to put yourself out there. Just put yourself out there. That's another one big one I'm learning. Thank you.
That's right, my man. I appreciate that. And listen, it is not a dirty word. Being a salesperson is not a dirty word. Now, there's dirty people out there doing sales. However, it is not dirty words what we do. And remember what's on your damn real estate license. We talked about this the other day. JJ made a very good point. But I appreciate those thoughts and those takeaways. So I'm going to put something on the screen really quick right now. And I want to get you guys' feedback on this. And let me let Chris in the room. And let's go here, present here. So if it's your first time here, I think I see Philip. This is his first time. He recently joined the team. So let's welcome Philip into the space. Now, what I want to do is I wanted to do a POV right now. I heard a quote on leadership and I thought it was really, really powerful. But I wanted to ask you guys, when we talk about leadership and when we talk about, truly being leaders in our industry and leading our consumers through this journey, I wanted to ask 3 people to share with me in their definition what they believe leadership is. In your definition, not mine, not what's written in the dictionary. What is your definition of leadership? And I want 3 people to throw your hand up and share with me what their definition is. And don't be shy. Use the reaction button down below. Throw your hand up. That way I can get you involved in the conversation. And do not leave me hanging. This conversation is going to come full circle. Remember what I'm asking you to do. Define leadership. Well, wouldn't it be a leader that threw their hand up first to say, let me define that? I'm just saying. Glenn, what do you got, big dog? Let's roll. Leadership defined from your lens, your point of view of this.
So to me, leadership is walking with an authentic walk and believing in what you do. And you're not a leader truly until people choose to follow you and walk those same steps.
Wow. Okay. Powerful. I love it. Listen, there's a great book on leadership that I want you guys to read. If you have not read it, it is The 5 Levels of Leadership by John Maxwell. It allows you to really break down where you are and listen. You do not need a leadership title as a manager or a director, right? Just because I have that title doesn't mean that I am all of a sudden I get to be a leader. No, each of you are leaders, no matter what. Well, I've never been in leadership. What, you got your real estate license? So that means that you are now in leadership. So Glenn, I appreciate that. Let's go JJ, we'll go Joanne. And if anybody else has a definition that they want to share with the group, let's go JJ.
Man, I mean, obviously the biggest one is vision. To me, perfect example is why I'm with the team, because you have a vision with coaching and Kenny has a vision of what his real estate team should look like. And so even though I don't necessarily need it for the mechanical stuff, it's that type of leadership that I need. And so to me, vision is super, super important. Also, unfortunately, it's not true as much, but accountability, being accountable, being somebody that, when there's success, you thrust everybody forward. When there's a mistake, you're the first one to put your chin out there, and say, it was our win, but my mistake, and I'll correct it, whether I put the wrong person in place or whatever it may be. Taking the L, even if you didn't actually create the problem. And then the other thing is to be able to make sure you're kind of like the wolf pack. They're always making sure that people in the back aren't getting lost. So to me, those are the biggest things. This just, vision, being a responsible person, an ethical person. And then, like I said, making sure that whoever's in the group isn't getting left behind. That doesn't mean I coddle anybody. I just make sure that they don't I may have to drag them, but I'm not going to cajole them, but I will make sure they come with.
I absolutely love this. And like 2 different people right now, 2 different visions and ideas of what leadership is defined. And really, really powerful. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, JJ. Let's go to Joanne, then we'll go to Dominique. And I think I saw another hand up from Ilana. I'll make sure to get to you as well. Let's go, Joanne. Leadership defined from your lens. Let's roll.
So I would say leadership is helping others reach their potential and also making sure that things that need to get done timely, smoothly, and efficiently.
You know what? God, I absolutely love it. I knew that you guys would all have your different lens on this. And so, Joanne, said like a poet. I appreciate it. Dominique, let's go to you. Then we'll go Gary. And then I think, Ilana, if you had your hand up, throw it back up in case it make sure it wasn't an accident. Let's go, Dominique.
Hi, team. For those that know, I work in corporate in hotels. So I've been a leader. I am not longer a leader there, but I do believe what you say in regards of like leadership can be anything. So even if you don't have it on your position, but what I think is being humble, being able to listen to others and what they say about like the full potential of people, because not everybody brings the same thing to the table, and sometimes it's good to know what they bring, and maybe you don't even know that. So being able to learn from others and help them reach their full potential, I think is really good. And in real estate, like we are leaders to our clients as well, because we guide them through things that they don't know what they're doing. And I think that's also part of like, being humble and understanding where they are and guiding them through what they need,
Wow.
So I don't know.
Wow. I absolutely love this. I feel like we are on a panel and we're just hearing all your different perspectives. This is really good stuff, you guys. Great stuff. I love it. Gary Archer, you're up next. Then Philip. Then and then we'll continue shifting gears. All right, there she is. I got another hand up. Let's go, Gary.
Man, a lot of amazing. Like leadership could be a lot of things, right? That's the amazing thing. That's like it's the light could be bright for some and dim for others. That's what leadership is crazy. So I think leadership is positioning people to win, allowing people access to the game, even though they don't even see the board, right? Seeing talent before the world recognizes it and validates it, turning chaos in.
Darn it. Did Gary cut out for you guys too? Oh, Gary, bro, you froze on us, man. You were mid-flow too. All right, we'll come back to Gary because I don't want to miss whatever he was going to say because it was already sounding really good. And so, Philip, I'm going to have you fill in the blanks right now, bro. You tell us your vantage point, real estate, leadership defined. Let's go, big dog.
Yeah, to me, leadership is, I believe that you should never look down on anyone, but I believe that if you do look down on anyone, it's only when you're helping them up. And that to me is leadership, to help them get to your level.
Wow, dude. God, I love this, you guys. Thank you for your such great contributions this morning. And you guys, welcome Philip. It's his first time to Keep It Moving group coaching. He just joined the team and he is already on the mic sharing his thoughts and his vantage point. So Gary, let's try again, big dog. It cut out right when you were mid-flow. You have an opportunity to take yourself off of mute and contribute once again. Let's go. Going once, going twice. Find that mute button, big dog. All right, cool. We will come back to Gary in a second. Ilana, you are up now. And Philip, you can't throw your hand down, my friend.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sunshine.
I'm still in bed. Yesterday was a long day. To me, leadership is influence without force. I think it's listening a lot, getting people where they are and asking them the questions to be able to help them move forward without pushing, without forcing, without shoving your ideas down their throat, sort of pushing them along in a way that they can hear you, asking a lot of questions, and just giving nudges where needed without it being forced down their throat.
Wow. I absolutely love this. Judith, I have a project for you. While it's in the moment, I got to do this. Judith, if you can take one sentence from everybody that has just spoke, kind of analyze what they said, and I want you to send that to me in Slack because I'm going to put this on words on a screen, on a reel, because I think that this is really, really powerful. POV, leadership defined, and then I'm going to quote all of you guys. And so really, really good stuff. Let's go back up to G. G, do you have the ability to contribute, bro? I saw that you moved a location. Do you have the ability to get back on? Gary Archer going once. Gary Archer going twice. I don't know if Gary can hear us. Somebody text him just to see if he's good because I see him moving around, but I don't see him. So I heard this and I'm going to say this and I'm going to say this proudly. I thought Justin Bieber's musical performance at the Grammys was one of the coolest things. I just thought it was so poetic. The way that he just said, you know what? Literally, I'm going to strip down. I've been through a lot and I'm just going to speak through music. I thought it was so poetic. And I saw this video that popped up, maybe because he was in my algorithm. And I put this on the board here on the screen. Leadership defined, harnessing human energy to make effective change. And when I think about my role as a leader, that's exactly what I have to do. That's my role. That's my responsibility, is to harness the energy of you guys to make effective change. And listen, that change is not always rooted in our ability to go and sell a bunch of homes. Now, obviously, we want you guys productive. I want to support you. But is it safe to say that some of the change that has happened during our time together has not necessarily been all about production? Is that safe to say? Raise your hand, give me a yes, a thumbs up. You see, so much of what we do is rooted in human development. Now, if I can impact you on a human level, then my hope is that I can impact the agent in you. See, oftentimes, different style of coaching, they try to go with the agent first, production, all these things. Well, let's not forget about the impact of the human, the emotional maturity of the human, the impact, the psychology, all those things. And so I saw that quote. I thought it was really, really powerful. And so I wanted to share that with you. And so it is Action Friday. And on Action Friday, we are going to talk about the things that we have done to truly, speak volumes in our business. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shake some shit up today. So do I have permission to go a little further with everybody today? Do I have that permission? Blessing's like, God damn it, when you ask this question. Blessing, when I ask that question, what's coming?
A whole lot of raw, I don't even, like, there's no, Damien's child's in the room. There's no way to say it. There's just a lot of raw, like, face the mirror, ask the question, no excuses, pull from your heart line of questioning.
Okay, perfect. And I'm so glad you understand me and we understand one another. So before I get my screens back up, or my presentation back up, this part of coaching is going to take somebody or multiple people to be very, very bold. Okay. And so I want to encourage you to be here, be in this moment, have your camera on, say, give it to me, coach. Remember this. Champions run towards accountability, not from it. Okay. Champions run towards accountability, not from it. You came here, you want that smoke. Let's get that smoke. Let's have some fun together and let's push one another. So what have I done? Is I've created the moments that you guys love the most. And we are calling this our Shark Tank Real Estate Edition. Okay. We've done this in the past. This is a new graphic. This is new questions. This is a new opportunity for each of you to get on the mic. And so if you know what Shark Tank is, Shark Tank is your ability to go in and talk to investors about your business and about the ability for them to potentially join forces with you and invest money. Well, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to do just that in just a moment here. So this is Shark Tank Real Estate Edition. If your business were a startup, would we invest? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually give you some framework so you're not running this blindly. So here's the framework first and foremost, and we're going to have some fun with this. So here's the framework. You're going to grab the mic, and what you're going to do is you're going to walk into the room. Your room is this Zoom this Zoom room right now. This is you walking in. And what you're going to do is you're going to share with us. Hey guys, here's my brand. Here's my mission. This is why I'm in real estate. Who are you and why should anybody care? Here's what you have to answer. Who do you serve? What problem do you solve better than anyone else? And what do you stand for? And why you, not any other agent? So that's the you part of it, right? You walk into the room. I have more energy than most people. My 50% will smoke people's 100%, whatever it is. I have an impact goal. My goal is to impact the growth of the humans that are in my environment. And how do I do that? Through coaching, training, development, whatever that sounds like for you. I'm just giving you some context. Part two of this. Part two of this is your body of work. Now that I've understood who you are, Blessing, what you actually do, I resonate with that. I'm with that message. I like that. Sounds really, really good. Now let's unpack this. I want you to share with me, what do you actually do? What are some of the income producing activities that you do? Your conversations on average per week? How many appointments do you typically set? How many appointments have you gone on? Like, unpack your body of work for the group. You don't have to go each one by each one, but give me a synopsis of your body of work. And then, what do you do every week, no matter what? And where does your business actually come from? Is it social media? Is it sphere of influence? Is it community involvement? Is it a combination of all of that? And then, to give you more framework, tell me your financials, right? Year-to-date GCI. If you don't have year-to-date GCI, what's your projected GCI based on how many people you're actually showing homes to? Average commission per deal. Well, my average commission per deal, I serve an $800,000 price point. I typically make 2.5%. I should have an idea of what my commission is. And then how many deals have you closed this year? Now it's early in the year. Mind you, I know some of you are just starting out, but this is your moment. And this is your moment to go into the Shark Tank room right here with your peers and talk about your business. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my feedback. And I'm going to tell you, do I think that this business is investable? And would I take a chance on you? So is the directive clear?
Yeah.
Take yourselves off of mute, say something. So I
got it. Can you go back to the first slide so I could take a screenshot, or do you have like this available?
Yes. So I can pull this up as you guys are talking. And so let's go here. So here's the framework and I'll put it on the screen again. So first and foremost, welcome to Shark Tank, or we're going to have some fun. Here's the framework, my friend. Kind of tell us about yourself. Like, what market do you serve? Why should anybody care about what you do? What problem do you solve? Like, what is that key differentiator with what you actually do in the market? And what do you stand for? And why would somebody choose to work with you versus any other realtor in your market? And then when we go in the body of work, this is where you kind of unpack all the things that you do on a weekly basis, right? You got to imagine this. On a weekly basis, Sharks, I make it a goal no matter what. I make 50 calls into my database. I have a goal every single week to set 5 appointments. And over the course of the last 6 weeks, I've been able to hit that target every single week. I also create 6 real estate videos every single week on Instagram. And no matter what, every single week, I am posting 70 stories on my timeline on Instagram. I also, since January 1st to today, I've seen an X amount of growth in my followers, in my engagement, and the people that have, been, engaging in my post, whatever that sounds like. I want to know your body of work. Because if you right now, when I said that, I'm going to put you on Shark Tank, you're going to come out here and talk about your business. 2 feelings happened. 2 feelings happened in that moment. First feeling, fuck, oh my God, I'm a little bit panicked. Is he going to call me? Hopefully he doesn't call me. What if I put my camera off? I put my camera off. He's not going to call me if my camera's off, right? It was either panic or it was like, bring it on, coach. I'm ready. If somebody put me on Shark Tank right now and said, tell me about fast real estate and keep it moving, I would tell them exactly what our business is, why our business is in business, who we impact, and then I'll strip everything down. Walk me through your numbers. Walk me through your numbers. So right there in that moment, 2 things either happen. You either panicked, oh my God, camera off, or you said, bring it on. I am here for this. And listen, if it's the first reaction, then you have to ask yourself, why am I not so confident about my business? If we stripped everything back, if I looked behind the veil, what would I see about your business? And if you, my friends, are not proud of it, then you got to do something about it. You have to say, you know what? If somebody asked me about my financials right now, ask me about my body of work, ask me about my projected GCI that is derived from my activity, would I have something that I'm confident about? I'm about to give you $50,000. You asked for the $50,000. I'm going to give it to you, but you got to prove to me why would I invest in your business? I'm just saying, you guys, you're going to have 2 different reactions there. So, like I said, this is going to take bold people. It is not perfect. I'm not looking for that, but what I'm looking for is for you to step on the scene right now and share with me. Pitch us on who you are. A little bit about your brand, your identity, wonderful energy. I feel all that. Now walk me through your body of work and your financials. And then I will tell you if I feel that your business is in a position to be invested in. Who's going to be first? Who's going to be first? Okay? And I'm going to challenge you right now. Remember why you're here. Remember how we started the conversation. Leadership first. Okay. I love this. Thank you. So H-Bomb, was that your hand up first, my friend? You just took yourself off of mute?
No.
You're not off mute?
Hold on. Am I off mute? I don't freaking know. No,
we're listening to you right now.
At all.
Okay. I'm coming to you last, so don't go far. I'm going to put you back on mute so we don't get any background noise. So this person is new. Not new to real estate, new to our team. Now, this is not a team thing, but she happens to be brand new to the team. So I'm going to give Diana the microphone. And Diana, you're going to go through this flow. All right. So this is your opportunity. The door's open. You're walking into the Shark Tank right now. Let's go.
All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Deanna Marie Collado, and I am with The Most Sold Real Estate powered by EXP and Team Fast. I'm here today to see if you are willing to invest in my business, and here are some details on it. I'm born and raised in San Francisco, and so I'm considering myself a relocation expert. That is the clientele audience, if you will, that I'm trying to go for. I am a complete startup, been in the business for about 6 months, and have been just definitely learning the game, getting my feet wet, getting paid for open houses and showings. So able to, be very comfortable in front of the client. And can you put the slide up for me?
Yeah, you got it, my friend. You got it. I'm going to go here. Here you go. And listen, it doesn't have to be word for word. I just want to make sure that the message lands. So keep cruising. You're doing a really good job.
Okay. So why me and not another agent? Well, I bring a lot of value in a sense of I'm bilingual. I bring a lot of value in a sense I put the client first in everything that I do. I'm ready to guide and hold their hand through this very complex process.
Beautiful. No, let's stay there. I think that's good. I get a sense you're San Francisco, you're single, put the consumer first. So let's go to your body of work. Tell me what you have actually done and what you do to drive your business. Let's go.
Okay, what I've done is I have been able to grow my Instagram. I went ahead and started posting in August of 2025, and since then until year to date, I have had over 40,000 people land on my page, and there's been about 60% of growth within social media marketing. Another thing that I've done is I have flyered my whole neighborhood, so I am now known as like the local South San Francisco realtor within the area. If I'm walking down Grand Avenue, people actually recognize me, which is really nice.
Okay, cool. So you've established some good brand recognition. I really love that. I love that you've put in the work. Now tell me what is in your financials right now for projected revenue and projected GCI over the course of the next 30 days. Tell me about your business.
So year to date, we've made about less than $1,000, but in 2026, we're projected to hit 10 million in sales volume. We have a really good pipeline right now. And so we are looking to close on some deals at the beginning of Q2.
Okay. I don't want to hear I have a really good pipeline and I'm closing on some deals. Give me some exact numbers. How many people in your pipeline right now for projected GCI? Let's go.
Okay. So total of hot leads is going to be about 10 people. Total connected since starting would be a total of 73 people. So
wow.
Kind of, and that's just through open houses and sphere of influence. So,
wonderful.
Yeah,
wonderful.
I did a charity event where I was basically hosting and grooming to the first-time home buyer. So there were a lot of people that were renting. I had met this lady that was paying $6,000 in rent and was able to kind of, show her that home ownership is possible and kind of just spread that message along. So that event right there, I consider a good win because it was a lot of exposure and also bringing value to people who don't think they could own a home.
Wow. Really, really good stuff. Let's first off give her a round of applause for going this far into this. Dana, I heard you say some really, really cool stuff, but here's what's great about this. Dana didn't buckle, right? She didn't shrink in the moment. She got strong, she got bold, she got powerful. It was in the moment, it was ad-lib, but she was so confident about what's in her pipeline. Dana, I'm going to mute your line really quick. There's some weird background noise. All right, there we go. She was confident, she was bold, she was not timid, she was assertive. She told me what's in her pipeline. So I want to hear from the group. What did you guys hear in that? And is that somebody that you would want to rock with, somebody that you would want to invest in based on what she shared? Somebody take themselves off of mute. Let's get some contributions on the conversation. I want to hear from you guys. What do you got? And don't be shy.
She was very confident, and even figuring out the numbers and the pushback to you, she just jumped right in. It didn't matter. There was no hesitation. Whether she knew the answer or not, she was going to keep going forward. And there was a confidence and a boldness the whole way through that definitely commands respect, even if, there was some ums and ahs in there that can be refined anytime we're speaking, but the confidence definitely spoke through, and especially to be a new agent on the team and lead with that, you got some kudos there, Diana.
Yeah, and who is she? She is that South San Francisco realtor who has built her brand that people are starting to recognize her. So what I'm hearing as an investor is that she has brand recognition already. That is something I feel that we can build on. Let's get let's get a contribution. What did you hear?
Yeah, I was gonna say when she mentioned that she has the folks in the South Bay area recognize her already because she has flyers post up in the area and also growing her business online. I thought that was really cool. So great job, Diana.
What was the number when she talked about her social media growth? What was the number that she shared with the group?
Oh my God, what was it? 6 something?
40,000.
40.
Yeah. So incredible. She knew her numbers right out of the jump. And so Diana, I'm going to unmute you really quick. What part of your business when you talk about it, do you want to become more confident in?
Part of my business that I want to become more confident in.
Diana, do me a favor, my friend. Are you on headphones? Do you have an exterior? What's happening?
Peter, it's cold, Elias.
Okay. That's what it is. Yeah, just get a little closer right there. What part of your business do you want to be more confident about right now?
My social media posting. I want to have more of a social media presence. I really want to lean into this whole relocation specialist and really work on that branding, continue to grow demo sold homes, and just continue to get more exposure throughout the whole Bay Area.
Okay, so you guys, in the chat down below, 1, I would invest. 2, I would not. I'll pause for a second. Go ahead and put that down. It's a 1 for me, dog. It's a 1 for me, dog. I thought that was really, really good. So go in the chat right now. 1, invest. 2, you would not. It's okay. Let's have some fun with it. No hard feelings here. Look at this. Dan, I want you to be clear on what's happening. And I want you to be that confident that no matter what happens in your business, you have the ability to say, you know what? I'm confident. I'm going to stand on 10 toes. I'm going to stand on my business. And if you do not have that sense of confidence, Elias, I thought you would never ask me. Then there's some fear associated with that because something is going to be exposed. My friend, I think you did a really, really good job. Look at the feedback that you got from your team members and your friends on the team. So really, really good job. Once again, let's give you a round of applause. I didn't know a heater made so much noise on a Zoom, but it's okay. I'm going to put you back on mute, Diana. Really, really good job. Thank you, my friend. Let's go, Glenn Riggs. You are up next, my friend. Shark Tank moment. I think you've done this before, so you know the flow, you know the routine. Let's have you walk through the doors into the Shark Tank. Let's go.
Good morning, Sharks. My name is Glenn Riggs, and I have been a real estate agent for 4 years. I got into real estate after serving in corporate America as a leader, opening hotels across the world for almost 20 years. And I got into real estate for the opportunity of liberty. I am active in my community. I believe in giving back because by giving back, then we're going to receive. In 2025, I had 18 transactions totaling just over $17 million. My GCI is actually at 2.8%. Most of my transactions have been listings. I currently have $4 million in the pipeline over the next 30 days. A majority of those are listings. I serve my senior community. So not only do I provide service to seniors looking for someone that they can trust and rely upon, but more importantly is that I'm able to work with their adult children. Sometimes the decision is, do I stay or do I go? Many people that are aging in this community, they love the house that they're in, but those 3 steps continue to be a challenge to them or have started to become a challenge to them. So not only do I offer services to them to help them sell their house or find what's next, but I partner with many partners that include assisted living facilities, placement advisors, and nonprofit organizations that serve our communities like CityServe, and I love being a part of their communities.
Wow. Glenn, what is one tool that you use to help manage your business based on all the activity that you do? What's one tool that you use to make sure you ensure long-term growth of your business? What's one tech tool that you use right now?
My CRM is irreplaceable. I have even created apps on my own that help me to keep track of everything within my CRM, because without the data, I have no idea how I'm doing.
Wow. I absolutely love this. And you said a word that stood out to me that I've never heard any other real estate agent ever say, that the reason, now let me ask you, do you guys remember the reason why he got into this business? It was one word. It was really, really poetic. Did anyone hear that, or take yourself off? Liberty. I've never heard it said, like, when we think liberty, we think of liberty as such a nostalgic word. It is not commonly used in that way. Liberal is used, not liberty. And so I thought that was amazing. 18 deals last year, average 2.8% commission. So you're getting above the average. Most of your business comes from listings. I love that you work with the senior community. I love what you're doing to help the families in general. I thought that was really powerful. Before I share anything else, I want to hear from you guys. Let's go over to Jennifer and let's go over to Brandy. Jennifer, what were some things that you heard from Glenn's Shark Tank moment? Let's hear from you, Jennifer O.
All right. So what I heard from Glenn is not only a confidence in what he was speaking, but that tone of, oh, wow, I can really trust him. He created a very welcoming atmosphere for people that are listening to him. And he's serving communities that, people normally don't want to tackle sometimes. Like, a lot of people don't want to tackle the senior community. And it's like, oh, well, if he has the heart to help them, I know he'll have the heart to help me. And so I really love that about his presentation.
All right. So you are, I forgot her name, Barbara Corcoran, and you're sitting in your chair on Shark Tank. Are you investing in Glenn?
100% I'll be investing in Glenn.
Wow. Really, really good stuff. And listen, she brought up a couple key points here. Not only was the energy very, very vibrant, right? You put off this frequency of very vibrant energy, but it was the tone in which you delivered it. And then when you segued from Liberty into your production numbers, it was really, really a seamless transition. I thought it was really, really good. Brandy, what were some things that you heard from Glenn's lens and how he presented in his Shark Tank moment? Let's go.
I love this Shark Tank moment. Okay, besides all that, I love the way that he just came straight forward. Like, he just started speaking and didn't stop. There was just this nice flow. He was excited to give it. He was very confident. And I loved that it just went from the starting to the end. And it was just like, here it is.
Yeah.
I just feel like the flow of everything and just his presentation on how he spoke, that's what did it for me.
All right. So Mark Cuban, is that a business that you would invest in?
Absolutely.
All right. And then last but not least, we're going to go over to Mr. Wonderful, because he always has a harshness about his critique. And so I'm going to go over to JJ. JJ, Mr. Wonderful, what do you think about Glenn's presentation, and is it investable, Mr. Wonderful?
Actually, yeah, he was exactly what everybody else said. He was very direct, very confident. And I think that's most important in these type of situations. Even if you don't have the answers, the fact that you can come off as a person that either has knowledge or is confident within what they're doing makes a big, big difference. I've known lots of agents who know their stuff, but they're timid and they don't do business. And then I know some people, I'm like, how the hell did you sell that? Because they have no clue, but because they portray, that confidence, it makes a huge difference in sales, especially initially, when you first start talking and communicating with people. And one of the things I tell people all the time is act as if they're already your clients. Quit trying to sell them.
Yeah.
To yourself. Just act as if they're already your clients, because what happens is sometimes they get confused and they don't realize that you've already, they've already committed without even you having to sit there and say, well, you commit to working with me. If you're already talking to them on that level, it just becomes such an easy transition that they literally have to force the conversation and come back and say, oh, I don't know that I'm ready to work with you. So you put it on them versus you. It's the way fat guys get girlfriends, just so you guys know. Handsome guys like Elias don't have that problem, but fat guys like me, that's one of the techniques.
Oh man, well, I'm glad it worked out for you, big dog. I appreciate that. It's coming over you. You guys, imagine this. Back in the days, you write an offer, right? You write an offer. You go through this big book called the MLS. It wasn't digital. And then when it was time for you to present your offer, you didn't send it in an email with a cool, description and all the highlights of your offer. How did you have to present that offer?
Elias, I'm sorry, I have to go. I reached out to an investor and he's calling me. I'm sorry.
Okay, I was mid-flow, but thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. And listen, hopefully that all works out for you, okay?
Oh,
Handle your shit.
it will.
That's right. That's right. All right. So imagine this. You got to present your offer in person. You got to present your offer in person. So how are you going to show up? Are you going to deliver it with confidence? How are you standing? How's your posture? How's your language? If they start to ask you, tell me a little bit about your background. Wonderful. I'm so glad that you asked me. I'm backed by this. I do this. Here's my production. And here are the details of my offer and why I believe you should accept our offer. Right? Imagine if that was still the world that we lived in. Would you be confident to go into a seller's home right there, or at the office, and deliver the presentation? Right? Think about that. That's where our business was 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So it's wild.
Can I add one thing? Even now with text, the conversation disappears because people are afraid to make the call and have that conversation. And you can ask a lot of the successful agents on our office, like Kuhn and Peter and so on. They make a point to have conversations with the agents on the other side, even before they present the offer. Right now, we can hide behind stuff. You just send in, you email the contract, and then you text back and forth. And so, you're kind of hoping you don't get rejected, so you just stick to that level. But if you break that, and a lot of agents don't necessarily respond, but you can still leave a voicemail that could be charming or interesting or anything like that. And so that's one of the things that I think is missing a lot in communication in general, but specific to our business. Make a point to reach out to the agent directly. It makes a big difference.
Yeah, man, really, really well done. Glenn, to go back to you, what area of your business do you want to improve upon and become even more confident in?
Yeah, for me, it really is that my social media presence. I have the charisma and I turn on the camera. I mean, literally, we start off the call. I did a reel yesterday at a freaking stoplight. And, it's just being consistent with that, right? I show up in person. I'm there. It's just that I know that if I were to really kick ass in the social media space, that it would be blast off.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, man. I totally agree with that. What I would encourage you guys to do is I would encourage you to do this. Imagine someone's coming in and they're going to audit you right now. They're going to audit your business. And they're going to say, okay, all right, here the audit's going to start. It's probably going to take about an hour and a half. So are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. So I want you to pull up your CRM. And what they're going to do is they're going to look at your communication, your use of notes, your use of dispositions. They want to look at how clear all of your tasks are. They want to look at all of your clients, making sure that the communication is up, like everything, right? Like, okay, cool. Did a really, really good job there. All right. Now show me how you track expenses for your business. Okay, cool. Wonderful. Show me what your marketing is. I want to see your brand kit. I want to see your colors. I want to see all the things. Okay, perfect. Wonderful. Show me your last 60 days on social media, and let's pull up your analytics. And what does that say? Wonderful. Okay, perfect. That's really good. Now pull up your calendar. Let me see your calendar. Okay, perfect. So all the things on this calendar you have stuck to. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Like, are you able to say, cool, like pull back the veil of my business? And if you feel like, oh my God, I'm a little hesitant to show you that part of my business, then that's where you probably need to put some effort, time, and energy in correcting, fixing, and doing a course correction. So Glenn, really poetic in how you shared today. I appreciate it. Blessing, I know that you're on the move, so your hand went down. Let me know if you're ready to go, or do you want me to come back to you? Because I know you might take baby to school or whatever's going on.
I do need to get him to school, so I will be in the car in like 5 minutes.
Cool. All right, we're going to come to Philip in a second, but I want to make sure that I come full circle on this conversation. Gary Archer, you were saying some stuff earlier. It got cut out. The connection wasn't clear? Did you have a time to contribute? Did you want to finish your sentence? Because I want to make sure to go back to you, big dog.
I know we moved on from that, but a lot of people showed the leadership in this call, man. I like the way people explained it. Glenn is so human. Like if people don't notice his voice inflections create so much, I want to say, dramatics in the conversation that pulls you in, and he's real good at that, right? Real human. Let me just break down leadership one sentence. Leadership is creating access, applying strategy and pressure, and making sure the people around you eat. That simple. Take the pressure off your client, absorb the pressure, take the chaos and explain it where it's a strategy, right? So leadership is being able to, like I tell people, anyone could be a leader in good times. What do you do when the roof is caving in? That's when a leader shows. Someone that never thought they were a leader going to stand up and save people and move people out. And that's got to be your instinct. And if you don't have it, try to create it. But not to say leadership is that.
Gary, man, I appreciate that. I remember that everyone was coming to us prior to the NAR settlement. Why? Because we were hosting trainings. We were just doing educational classes. We were trying to unpack everything. We were reading. We were downloading. And so we got people from other brokerages saying, our brokerage isn't doing any of this. So I was like, what? We got a responsibility to lead you guys through this. Now, we might not have all the answers, but we have an understanding. And what we understand, we want to share with you. We were doing NAR settlement events, and the room would be packed, because we wanted to make sure we stayed on the forefront, because we had a responsibility to lead this industry. So Gary, I appreciate that. All right, Philip, you're going to be the last contribution for our time. Now listen, first session ever that Philip has come to. And there's OGs on this call that have been here for a long time, but I want to give all the credit, glory to Philip for throwing his hand up. Big dog, you ready?
I'm ready. I actually wanted to be able to give my pitch.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. You're ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's go, man. Action. You walk in the doors. Let's roll.
All right. My colleagues, my agents, my sharks, my name is Philip. I have been a real estate agent for a whopping 8 days. I just received my license, but that's not what's important. What's important is that I am ready to learn from all of you. I am humbly ready to serve my community. I want to serve everyone in my community where I live, which is Fremont, California. It's where I was born and raised. I have a lot of roots and ties here to the community. But most importantly, I want to represent the Latino community. I know that I may not look it, but I'm fluent in Spanish. It's my first language. I'm 100% Colombian. And so that's the community that I want to represent. I also want to represent the physician community and help them figure out and navigate their ways of obtaining physician loans from the respective place of work. The things that I stand for is having a lot of integrity, listening to my clients with everything that they want and desire, and just taking the step back and letting them lead, but offering suggestions, offering guidance at the same time. Why me? Because I'm new. I have never done this, but I am so excited to learn from all of you. I am so excited to learn and use what I've learned in the medical field into this new career of real estate alongside all of you. I have no numbers because I have not produced anything yet. I have no transactions. I don't even know what it's going to look like as far as projection goes, because I don't know what is good, medium, or not good. So that is something that I am going to work towards. And when I have those numbers, I will report back to all of you.
Okay. All right. I got to pause for a second. Okay. First time ever. Okay. You could tell he's a little bit nervous. Rightfully so. Rightfully, you guys were nervous. I remember when Sray started talking on coaching. I remember, multiple people, Lisa talking on coaching. I remember Blessing talking on coaching, right? Nervous. But man, here's what I heard. And I'm going to give my opinion on this. I heard courage, right? I heard courage. And if you were to put a price tag on courage, can you? No. Can you put a price tag on intestinal fortitude? Not at all, right? The fact that he had the courage to stand up in front of the Sharks, knowing he doesn't have the production yet, the ink is still wet on his license, but he's here to say, you know what? I'm courageous. I'm confident. And if we in the future, my man, can correlate what you've been able to do in the medical field and how that care, that precision, that you being able to look at the whole entire picture and being able to walk people through and care for people, if you can correlate that message, my man, I promise you that will go over very, very well. But what I heard was courage. What I experienced was intestinal fortitude. What did you guys experience? Take yourselves off of mute. I want to hear from you.
I'm pulling over so I can have this conversation with Philip. I am stopping the car.
All right. Well, I'll allow you to find a parking spot, big dog.
I just stopped on the side of the road. Philip, holy crap. You are going places, my friend. This is not an easy group to jump in and to jump in head feet. You've been doing this, or feet first. You have been doing this 8 days. There are agents out there that have been doing this for 8 years that don't have those kind of balls. So I look forward to supporting you and watching you soar.
Yeah, you know what? I appreciate the fact that you pulled over, and you could tell, Philip, your voice was a little shaky, but know what? You just kept going. You kept going, and that takes courage, man. That takes balls. And so, Glenn, really good feedback. Alexis, what did you hear, my friend? Let's take yourself off of mute.
Yeah, I think like just the same thing, like the courage and also the energy that you had when you came in. You came off straight out of the gate, just really confident in what you're saying. And even if, like you said, you don't have the full experience of it, you're like, I'm here, I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to put all my eggs in the basket, and putting myself out there. So thank you for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Lisa said determination. I'll get to your hand in just a moment. Let's go, Jennifer. Let's go, Brandy. And then Lisa, you'll be the last contribution. Let's go, Jennifer.
Well, what I learned from him is that I am 2 weeks your senior, Philip. And the reason I didn't raise my hand for my pitch today was because I don't have numbers and I don't have production to give out. So I was like, wait, how am I going to do a pitch if I don't have any numbers? And you did it anyways. You were like, yeah, I don't have numbers. What about it? I'm still going to do it. So I was like, wow, I should have approached it with that mentality. And so, yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. And think about what you're doing, Jennifer, like this whole documenting your journey as a new agent. It's like, hey, I've launched this series. I'm getting tons of traction. I'm documenting, I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm coming to coaching. I'm exposing myself to big rooms so I can grow and advance my skills in a very, very quick time frame. Why? Because I'm committed to my growth because I know it's going to impact you as a consumer. Like that's what you're doing already. Right? I'm just articulating it from what I see from my lens. Let's go, Brandy. Brandy, key contribution. Let's go.
Okay, so I just want to say that was amazing. Despite the nervousness that we did see throughout, but I just want to give all the kudos to the newer 8-day, 2-week agents out there. Although you feel like you're new and you're rolling off the gate with like nothing per se, in a year from now, you are going to be able to reflect and you're going to go, man, last year I did that Shark Tank moment. What can I do for my this year Shark Tank moment? And you're going to be so blown away, so blown away. And I just want to say, although you're new, take in and lead with the fact that you are on a team of experts. And hold that. That is you. The team brought you on. That is so you. So although you're new, although you don't have numbers, you have everyone's numbers. Right. You have, think about it. EXP is the #1 brokerage. Our team is toggling up there. #2. Not only that, our Zillow numbers, like there are so much out there. We're a part of Fast Forward movement. We have Elias with Keep It Moving. We have Intensity. There is so much that now all that reflects you. All of that reflects you. Those are your numbers. And so I just think about that. Because I know for me, when I first started, that was like, I'm new. I don't know anything about real estate. Sometimes I still feel like I don't even know anything about real estate. However, you just have to be very, very confident in the fact that you are surrounded by people that are not going to let you fail.
Listen, really quick. I remember Brandy's Shark Tank moment. Do you remember that, Brandy?
Like, yeah, that's my favorite moment. And I'm like ready. I'm gonna do a real Evan and Shark Take moment. Like, don't even get it twisted. This already has me pumped up.
Yes, you guys. Listen, for time, I unfortunately, Alana, Lisa, I have another call right at 9:30. I'm gonna let them in right now. But you guys, I remember Brandy doing hers. I remember the growth that time she was on the spot, and it was so good. So listen, we'll continue the conversation on Monday. I'm going to secure a guest speaker for Wednesday, and more information to come on that. It's going to be really cool what happens on Wednesday. But listen, you guys, well done. Well done. And my hope is that in the future, you are the people that throw your hand up because you are bold, you are courageous, and remember leadership first. You are in this role as a true leader. So go out there, lead your people, guide your people, and be that energy that is going to be that light for your consumers. So you guys, I appreciate everybody at a very high level. My hope is that you took something from this exercise. It either revealed something about your business and an inefficiency and inadequacy, or it confirmed all the things that you're already doing very, very well in your business. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your contributions. And as always, my friends, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision to make today a day that truly matters. Peace and love, my friends.